Exercise. Often called the forgotten remedy, isn't it? Exercise is very important for the kidneys because when you exercise, you increase the circulation of the blood all through the body and absolutely to these little filtering units. So when you exercise, it enables the kidneys to filter the little units much more effectively. Exercise does something else too. See, every time you walk, just picture your kidneys. Every step that you take, your kidneys are being strengthened and toned to perform their work.
Have you ever woken up feeling like you haven't slept at all? Like a fog has settled over your brain, your body feels heavy, and no amount of coffee can shake the exhaustion? Or maybe you've noticed that no matter what you eat, your stomach feels bloated, your ankles look a little puffy, or your skin just doesn't have that healthy glow it used to. For years, we point fingers at our livers, our diets, or our stress levels. But what if the real culprit is sitting quietly right below your rib cage, working 24/7 without a single word of thanks? We're talking about your kidneys. Every single minute, about 1 liter of blood flows through your kidneys. That means your entire blood supply gets filtered dozens of times a day. They remove toxins, balance your electrolytes, control your blood pressure, and even trigger the production of red blood cells. But here's the problem. In our modern world, we bombard them with processed foods, dehydration, excessive salt, and environmental pollutants. Over time, this relentless assault can cause a buildup of waste byproducts, leading to a condition often called sluggish kidneys. When your kidneys are sluggish, they can't filter efficiently. Toxins that should be flushed out start to recirculate, causing that brain fog, fatigue, and puffiness. Today, we aren't just talking about a diet. We are talking about a strategic 3-day intervention. We are going to cover the detox protocol, the essential drinks, the powerful foods, and the critical habits you need to implement right now to give your kidneys the deepest clean of their life. Let's get started. Before we dive into the specifics of the cleanse, we have to get real about what your kidneys are dealing with. Think of your kidneys not just as filters, but as a complex chemical processing plant. They have to decide what to keep, like protein and red blood cells, and what to throw away, like urea and excess minerals. When we are chronically dehydrated, we aren't giving our kidneys the fluid pressure they need to push waste out. The urine becomes concentrated, and when urine is concentrated, minerals like calcium and oxalate can crystallize. That, my friends, is the beginning of kidney stones. But it's not just about stones. When the filtration system is backed up, it puts strain on the entire cardiovascular system, which is why kidney health is so directly linked to blood pressure. The goal of this 3-day reset is to reduce the incoming fire. We are going to lower the toxic load so your kidneys can finally catch up on the backlog. We are going to increase blood flow to the renal arteries, and we are going to use specific compounds that have been shown in studies to protect kidney tissue from damage. This isn't a fad, it's physiological optimization. So for the next 3 days, you are going to be a little stricter than usual. You are going to be intentional. And by the end of it, the way you feel, the lightness, the mental clarity, the reduction in puffiness will be all the proof you need that this works. The 3-day kidney cleanse, the detox phase. So what does this detox actually look like on a practical level? First, we have to eliminate the enemies. For the next 3 days, you are going to completely eliminate 3 things: processed sugar, caffeine, and alcohol. Sugar is inflammatory and forces the kidneys to work overtime to filter it out of the blood. Caffeine is a diuretic, which might sound like it cleans you out, but in excess, it can actually dehydrate you by flushing out fluids too quickly without allowing for deep cellular hydration. And alcohol? Alcohol is a direct toxin that stresses the liver. And when the liver is stressed, the kidneys have to pick up the slack. So for 72 hours, these are off the table. Next, we are going to focus on the concept of renal load. This is a term that describes how hard your kidneys have to work to process what you eat. High amounts of animal protein, for example, create a high renal load because they produce a lot of nitrogen waste that needs to be filtered. For this cleanse, we are going to lower that load dramatically. We are going to shift to a primarily plant-based alkaline-forming menu. This gives the kidneys a break from processing heavy acids and allows them to focus on sweeping out the old debris. The structure of your day should be simple. You want to eat small, frequent meals to keep your blood sugar stable, and you want to drink fluids consistently. This is not a starvation diet. You are going to eat, but you are going to eat smart. Each morning, we will start with a specific drink to wake up the kidneys. Mid-morning, we will have a hydrating snack. Lunch will be a kidney-cleansing salad or meal. Afternoon, another targeted beverage, and dinner will be light and early to allow for repair while you sleep. Let's break down exactly what those drinks are. The hydration strategy, the drinks. If there is one thing your kidneys need more than anything else, it is the right kind of water. But plain water isn't always enough when you're trying to break down built-up deposits. We need to use the power of herbs and fruits to create solvents that can dissolve the sludge. Over these 3 days, these drinks are non-negotiable. They are the workhorses of the cleanse. First, let's talk about the morning starter. As soon as you wake up, before you eat anything, you are going to drink a glass of warm water with the juice of half a lemon. Now, you might think lemon is acidic, but in the body it has an alkalizing effect. More importantly, lemons contain citric acid. Citric acid is a compound that binds to calcium in the urine. For people prone to kidney stones, this is a game changer. By increasing your citrate levels, you can actually help prevent the formation of new crystals and help break down small, existing ones. The warm water helps to stimulate digestion and gets the renal system moving after a night of fasting. The second drink is what I call the kidney flush tonic. You are going to make a big pitcher of this and sip it throughout the day. You will need a large jug of water, about 2 liters. To this, you will add the juice of 1 large cucumber, the juice of 1 lemon, and a small handful of fresh parsley. If you don't have a juicer, you can finely chop the cucumber and parsley and let them steep in the water overnight in the fridge. Parsley is a powerhouse here. It's a natural diuretic, but a gentle one. It helps increase urine flow without flushing out essential potassium, like pharmaceutical diuretics do. It helps the kidneys flush out sodium and water, which is why it's fantastic for reducing that puffy, bloated feeling. Sip this tonic constantly. The goal is to keep a steady stream of urine flowing, which prevents bacteria from settling in the urinary tract and keeps minerals from clumping together. The third essential drink is a simple but potent herbal tea, dandelion root tea. You can find this at any health food store. Dandelion is often dismissed as a weed, but its root is one of the best friends your kidneys have. It stimulates bile production in the liver, which helps digestion, but it also has a profound effect on kidney filtration. It increases the rate at which the kidneys filter blood. Think of it as stepping on the gas pedal of the filtration system. You can have a cup of this in the afternoon instead of your usual coffee. It has a slightly earthy, roasted flavor that is quite satisfying. Avoid sugary sports drinks or excessive fruit juices during these 3 days. They are too high in sugar and will spike your insulin, which actually makes the kidneys hold on to sodium. The renal diet, the foods. Now let's talk about what goes on your plate. For the next 3 days, we are moving away from heavy cooked processed foods and focusing on raw and lightly cooked vegetables that are low in potassium and sodium. Actually, we need to refine that. While high potassium is a concern for people with advanced kidney disease, for a healthy person doing a cleanse, potassium is essential for balancing fluids. We want the right kind of potassium-rich foods that come packed with water and antioxidants. Your best friend for these 3 days is going to be the watermelon. If it's in season, eat it. If not, eat cantaloupe or honeydew. Melons are incredible for kidney health. They have a high water content, which helps with hydration, and they contain a compound that helps increase urine flow. Specifically, watermelon contains lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that protects kidney tissues from inflammation and damage. Enjoy a bowl of fresh melon for breakfast or as a snack. For lunch, you are going to build what I call the kidney salad. Start with a base of dark leafy greens like kale or spinach. Spinach is high in iron, which supports blood health, and the kidneys are all about blood. But we have to be careful with spinach if you have a history of oxalate stones. For a general cleanse, it's fine in moderation. But if stones are a concern, swap it for romaine or butter lettuce. Then add sliced cucumber, which is a superhydrator. Add some red bell pepper for vitamin C, which boosts immunity and acts as an antioxidant. Top it with a handful of berries, blueberries or cranberries. Cranberries are famous for urinary tract health, but not just for infections. They contain compounds that prevent bacteria from sticking to the urinary tract walls, and they also help lower the pH of the urine, making it less hospitable to crystal formation. For dressing, use a simple mix of olive oil, which is anti-inflammatory, and apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, like lemon, helps to alkalize the body and can help dissolve mineral deposits. For dinner, keep it simple and light. A great option is steamed asparagus with a piece of baked fish like salmon, or if you're vegetarian, some quinoa. Asparagus is a natural diuretic and contains an amino acid called asparagine that breaks down waste products in the kidneys. Salmon provides those essential omega-3 fatty acids, which are powerful anti-inflammatories that reduce systemic inflammation, taking the pressure off your kidneys. But keep the portion of protein small. Remember, we are lowering the renal load. A piece of fish the size of your palm is plenty. Another phenomenal dinner option is a simple cabbage soup. Cabbage is a cruciferous vegetable that helps the liver process toxins, which again helps the kidneys. It's low in calories, but high in phytonutrients. You can simmer cabbage with carrots, celery, and onions, season with herbs like thyme and rosemary, and have a warm, comforting bowl that supports your detox without stressing your system. There are also 2 specific foods I want you to incorporate every single day: apples and garlic. Apples are high in pectin, a fiber that helps bind to toxins in the digestive tract and eliminate them. This prevents those toxins from being reabsorbed into the bloodstream and ending up back at your kidney's doorstep. Eat an apple a day, and honestly, you might just keep the doctor away, especially the kidney doctor. Garlic is your medicinal powerhouse. It contains allicin, which is a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compound. It helps reduce the oxidative stress on the kidneys caused by environmental toxins. Add fresh crushed garlic to your salad dressings, your soups, or even just eat a clove with a spoonful of honey if you're brave. Lifestyle adjustments, the habits. Diet and drinks are only half the battle. What you do with your body during these 3 days dictates how successful the cleanse will be. You can drink all the parsley tea in the world, but if you're sitting on the couch stressed out and holding your breath, your kidneys aren't getting the full benefit. We have to look at the physical and energetic habits that support filtration. Habit number 1, and this is absolutely critical, move your body. You don't need to run a marathon, but you need to get your blood pumping. Your kidneys filter your blood, but they need your help to circulate it. Your heart pumps the blood to the kidneys, but if you are sedentary, your circulation is sluggish. Gentle movement like walking, yoga, or rebounding on a mini trampoline is phenomenal. Rebounding is especially good because the gravitational pull helps to stimulate lymphatic flow, and your lymphatic system is the sewage system for your cells. When you move, you help push toxins out of the tissues and into the blood, where the kidneys can grab them and filter them out. Aim for at least 30 minutes of walking each day. Get outside, breathe deeply, and let your body move. Habit number 2, heat therapy. Sweating is a major pathway for detoxification. Your skin is often called the third kidney. When you sweat, you excrete a significant amount of waste products, including urea and heavy metals. This takes a massive load off your kidneys. During these 3 days, try to induce sweating. This could be through exercise, sitting in a sauna, or even taking a hot Epsom salt bath. Epsom salts are magnesium sulfate, and magnesium is absorbed through the skin. Magnesium helps to relax muscles, reduce blood pressure, and it's essential for hundreds of enzymatic reactions in the body, including those that manage fluid balance. A hot bath at night not only helps you sweat out toxins, but also sets you up for the most important habit of all, sleep. Habit number 3 is sleep optimization. Your body has a circadian rhythm, and your organs have specific times when they are most active in repair. While you sleep, your brain lymphatic system clears out waste, and your body goes into a state of deep repair. If you are sleep deprived, your blood pressure stays elevated and your kidneys work harder. During this 3-day cleanse, you need to prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Go to bed by 10 or 11 p.m. Keep the room dark and cool. This is when the magic happens. This is when the cellular repair prompted by the foods and drinks you consumed during the day actually takes place. Without sleep, the cleanse is incomplete. The post-cleanse lifestyle. Congratulations, you have made it through the 3 days. You have flushed, nourished, and rested. But now comes the critical part, the transition. You cannot go from this pristine, clean state back to a diet of fast food and soda and expect the benefits to last. You have to use this experience as a reset for your long-term habits. When you reintroduce foods, do it slowly. On day 4, you might add back in some whole grains like oats or brown rice. A few days later, you can increase your animal protein portions slightly, but pay attention to how your body feels. Notice if the bloating or the fatigue returns. That is your body's feedback mechanism. The goal is to maintain about 80% of the principles you learned here. Keep drinking that water with lemon in the morning. Keep the parsley tonic in your rotation a few times a week. Keep the sugar and processed foods to a minimum. Your kidneys don't ask for much, but they give you everything. They give you clean blood, stable blood pressure, and balanced energy. If you found this protocol useful, if you learned something new about the power of these incredible organs, please take a moment to hit that like button. It helps more people find this information and take control of their health. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the science of how your body works.